And then we come to know, wherever there are efforts, I is born. Where there are no efforts, I is not born. And therefore, when we lead our life, let us be at home, at ease. We don't have to prove anything to anybody in this world. Life is relaxed, cheerful. When this is maintained for a longer period of time, we stop reacting with the world. When we stop reacting with the world, we have already transcended the gross body identification to a sizable degree. It's a good one. Now the I. Who is this I? So when we are to inquire into this, let us take our life as a whole. Every dream has a separate dreamer. Yesterday's dream and the dreamer and today's dream and the dreamer, they are totally independent of each other. See? In one dream, I was a king. In other dream, I was a pauper. In the third dream, I was a Babaji. In the fourth dream, I was a donkey. See? Now, who is this I who was so many times? So we say, no, in every dream, the dreamer is different. If this is true, and we accept it, then the question comes, how can it is the same waker in every waking state? It cannot be. The waker in every waking experience is independent of the earlier wakers. Very difficult to digest. But this is the truth. We cannot be the same what we were yesterday. Now see the illusion. We all have this accepted idea that we are living in the same body from the time we know ourselves. We are living in the same body. But is the body the same? See? But what is our understanding and experience? We are in the same body. So once we start inquiring, then we come to know that the body has been constantly changing, but there is an illusion of continuity of the body. See, the body has been constantly changing, but this change is recorded with reference to an unchanging point. And that unchanging point is ourselves, that so many times dreams have come and gone, dreamers have come and gone, but I am the same. Similarly, so many times the waking experiences have come and gone, wakers have come and gone, but I am the same. See? Then there is nothing for us to do. This is all. And when this becomes deeper and deeper in our understanding, we will start giving zero value to all the things and beings around us. Then how we will live? We will live as if we are in a drama and performing our role perfectly well. See? This is the principle of Krishna Leela, Ram Leela. Leela means what? Something is appearing to be happening, but nothing has ever happened. See? In the same manner, so many clouds have come and gone, but we remain the same. So what we have to very clearly, emphatically accept, don't get that virus of being a jiva in our understanding. See, jiva is just a phenomena. Like, there are 100 bulbs. But all the bulbs are expressing the same electrical energy as light. So the light is a common factor. See, because there are many bulbs, that does not mean that there are many lights. Light is one. In the same manner, we are all like the bulbs. And through us, the consciousness is expressing as mind, and therefore the life is expressed. The life in all beings and the light in all bulbs has the same status. See? How when my eyes see one color, red color, then the green, and then the yellow, and then the blue. So when the various colors are illumined by the eyes are not influenced by any color. The rule is, the illuminator is never influenced by what is illumined. This is the rule. See? So, we come to our own being, we illuminate the waking experience along with the waker and the waking world. See? We know the waking world, we know the waking experience, and we know that we are the waker. Then this disappears. Then the dream begins. Dream is never experienced by the waker, because in the dream there is no waker. See, friends. Similarly, when we go through the experience of the deep sleep, in the deep sleep, both the waker and the dreamer have no entrance. But the experience is there. So there is one common factor which is supporting the waking, dream and the deep sleep experiences, and yet remains beyond them. See, this is our correct identity. Here there is no place for individuality. See, in Sanskrit, if you say, there are 3 stages through which we go in our understanding of meditation. First is vyakti, individuality. Second is abhivyakti, manifestation. And third is abhivyakta, that which is manifesting. So bulb is the individuality, vyakti. Light is the abhivyakti, the manifestation, and electricity is the abhivyakta, that which is manifesting as light through the bulb. Now, out of these 3, which is the reality? In absolute electricity, there is no light. In only bulb, there is no light. But when these 2 things come together, light manifests. And the light is useful, and therefore we mistake, because something is useful, it is not real. See, friends, like the longitudes and latitudes on the globe, they are useful in locating a particular point on the globe. But does it mean it is real? These are only imaginary lines. See, friends, in the same manner, on one individual, there are many imaginations superimposed. With the imagination of the wife, the man becomes husband. With the imagination of the son, the man becomes father. And who is miserable? Not the man, but the husband, the father, the mother, the brother, they are miserable. See, friends, once we get this point very clear in our understanding, then we don't do meditation. Then we live in meditation. This understanding is the foundation of spiritual practice, not the mechanical living. See, friends. So, this I that we talk about is like the 2 examples are given in the scriptures. One is called as avachedavad and second is called as pratibimbavad. 2 together can give us some idea. Like, a pot, when a pot is made, and then after that we put sugar or salt or milk or something in the pot. Where? In the pot space. In the same manner, do we add pot space in the pot when the pot is made? It is already there. Make this point very clear. And the quality of the pot space and the total space, is it different? As the total space is not influenced by the contents, So also, the pot space is also not influenced by the contents in the pot. See? If this is clear, in the same manner, consciousness, whether expressing through the man's body, woman's body, donkey's body, dog's body, earthworm's body, this consciousness is not influenced. So, take this consciousness as the space. Therefore, yesterday also I told you in Avadhut Gita, there are chapters after chapters where this is only one bhavana that is being done. Gaganopamoham. Take this position. I am space. So when we take this position being space and then work on it non-stop, space is not one per head, there is only one space. And in that one space, multitude is on account of the conditionings. Like there is but one man, and because of the conditioning, he appears to be many. In the same manner, on the one space, so many upadhis are there and multitude appears. In the same manner, in one conscious space, because of the conditionings of the different bodies, multitude appears, but because of that appearance of the multitude, consciousness has never become many. Then what is this jiva in our scriptures? It is a technical way of bringing our attention away from the body. See? And once we get out of the body, then only we can inquire who is this embodied. And it is here, it is very easy to understand for a dumb person that per body there is a soul. Because when the soul goes, the body dies. See? And then to substantiate this foolishness, we are further told. What is that? The soul goes, you must have seen in the movies and all that. When somebody dies, one Bunsen burner flame comes out. And it is in search of a body. It is in Gujarat, in search of a body. And then that flame, that soul enters another body, and then the body becomes enlivened, Punarjanma. There cannot be a solid bluff than this. See, friends. Therefore, this example which is given, when a pot breaks, will the pot space go out in search of a potty? See, friends, pot space doesn't go anywhere. The basic error that we all have is we are inside the body. This is the basic error. Yesterday I gave you the example of the mobile phone. Mobile phone is in the sound waves. Sound waves are not in the mobile phone. Sound waves express from inside the mobile phone, but that does not mean sound waves are only inside. In the same manner, consciousness is like the sound waves, and we are all like the mobile phones. And when the phone has got a SIM card, it is valid. In the same manner, we all have a sin card. And what is the sin? The sin is we mistake ourselves to be the body. This is the highest sin. See, friends, once this point becomes clear, then there is no pressure developed anywhere inside. Many seekers have this problem when they sit for meditation, and then afterwards, Swamiji, there's too much of a headache. I don't know what happened. There was one student who was studying with us, and he used to go every now and then to the doctor. Every kind of doctor. One day he said, Swamiji, I'm tired, I have tried all the doctors. I'm having terrible headache, it doesn't go. They have done the CT scan, CAT scan, dog scan, buffalo scan, every kind of scan they have done. I said, because you are taking yourself to be an animal, why don't you do human scan? I don't know, Swamiji, I'm fed up. I said, two conditions. No discussion, no argument. Agreed? Yes. Sit down here. He came and sat. And I did some jadoo on his head. From tomorrow onwards, no meditation class, no study, eat and sleep and eat for 15 days. This is your sadhana. And he did because there was no option left. After 5, 6, 7 days, he became so fresh. Swamiji, I said 15 days are not over. Talk to me after 15 days, not before that. Oh God, now I'm feeling really relieved. What had happened? I said, now I'll explain it, you will understand. If you take, let us take this thread. Now this thread is already tied down on the other end of the cloth. Without cutting the thread from this tie, if I pull the thread, there will be, see, accumulation of the cloth. You must have seen in your lungi or shirt or towel it happens. When sometimes you pull it, it becomes accumulated. Exactly this is what happens of our prana shakti. Unless we have completely disidentified from the body and you try to pull yourself out, all kinds of jumble happens in the head. And therefore, then there is a pressure. Something is happening here, something is happening here. Swamiji, what next? I said, next it will open, bop. And then you will go to heavens. What about body? That will take care. See, friends, get out of all these notions. Take this position to be the space, and as the space is untouched by anything. See? There cannot be any scratch. Any experience you go through, if there is no dent on your mind, you are beyond all sins and merits. See? But if a dent is created on the mind, like, we give somebody something and I feel very good when I give something to somebody. Dent is created. What is the dent? Goody. Something happens, we say something to our friend, mother, father, something, in anger. Oh, I'm feeling very bad. Dent is created. And therefore we all become dentists. The whole mind is completely destroyed. Therefore, live in this world in such a manner that take care, no impression is allowed to be formulated on the mind when we function like a mirror. A mirror reflects everything, but retains nothing. See? Like we listen satsanga. In the same manner, live in the world. So technique we have. See? Now what you have to do, apply this technique in the worldly affairs. See? So here we listen and forget conveniently. Now the same technique you apply in your world. See, live with the people but forget. Take money from people and forget. See, it's such a joy. There are no problems of any kind. Keep yourself in an extremely light mood. Thereafter we'll start functioning through the body, but no more functioning as the body. See? Can we say that there is one electricity behind each bulb separate? No. This is the external example. Come to subjective. Do we say that there is one mind behind every sense organ? The mind behind the eyes is the same which is behind the ears. Nay, the other way around. One mind, when expresses through the eyes, is called as the vision. The same mind, when expresses through the ears, is called as the hearing ability. The same mind, when expresses through the nose, it is called as the poking ability. You poke nose, is it not? Pokeability. So it is the same mind, one mind expressing through 5 or 10 channels functions in 10 different ways. See? So eyes can see only colors and forms. This is not the limitation of the mind. This is the limitation of the structure called as the eye. See, friends. Now go one step further. One consciousness expressing through the man's body, beard grows. The other day I was somewhere and one small girl, Swamiji, why your beard is growing below like this? I said, because I am a wise man and you are a otherwise. Otherwise people grow hair and that is called their beard grows up and my beard grows down. Do you mean that my mummy is otherwise? I said, I don't mean. See? So when the consciousness functions through the man's body, the masculine characteristics happen. When the same consciousness functions through the donkey body, the wisdom comes out. See? The same consciousness, when it comes out of the cobra body, the poison comes out. But because of that, consciousness is neither poisonous, nor masculine, nor wise, nor otherwise. See, friends. This is our correct identity. Where is a place for jiva, the soul, going to hell and heaven? See, but then why they tell? They tell because they have to do business. See, like every doctor, what is their business? If you have seen, go to some doctor's place early in the morning. When they finish their everything, they do the prayer to the Lord. Sarve bhavantu roginaha, sarve santu roga yuktaha. See? Because they have to survive. They want patience. In the same manner, Babaji is like us. We want ignorant people around. See? Then if you all become wise, where will I go? So I have to maintain your level of ignorance. And this is how a fear is introduced in your mind. You have done this thing, oh, now you are going to go to hell. What about you? I am going to go to heaven. If you are going to go to heaven, I prefer hell than to be with you. See, friends, get out of this notion of being a jiva. See, friends. And when this notion of jiva disappears, we live in this world every moment so relaxed, cheerful, and at home with everybody. See, like do I have to think twice before I touch my hand with other hand? No, what he will think, No, I just, No. No. There is no sense of otherness, although otherness is experienced. The right hand is different from the left hand. There is this otherness, but there is no sense of otherness. In both, only one reality is pulsating. See, friends. In the same manner, when we rise above our individualities, our conditionings, we are at home with everyone in this world, and thereafter we function, like yesterday evening's talk, intuitively. No more cause and effect. See, this intuitive understanding in meditation is called as living spontaneously without cause and effect, and this is said in our path of devotion as everything is Hari Ichcha. Hari Ichcha means beyond cause and effect. See, whichever path you take. You take the path of devotion, everything is Hari Ichcha means what? No cause, no effect. Bhagwan ki Ichcha ho gaya, finish. See, if it is the path of knowledge, all the objective world is an illusion and the subject alone is absolute, and when the objective world disappears, subject is also not a subject. It is just being, not becoming anybody. See? In this manner, when we correct our identity, we start living in meditation. So the first technique used is the pot space. So when the pot breaks, the pot space merges in the total space. Before the breakage of the pot, when the pot space comes to discover its identity with the total space, then the breaking of the pot is not required. Then it is called a Jivan Mukta pot space. See, Jivan Mukta, the one who is liberated while alive. His experience is this. Yogarato va bhogarato va sangarato va sangavihinaha yasya brahmani ramate chittam nandati 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 eva. Whether he is in the company of people or all alone, whether he is indulging in the worldly enjoyments like any other person, or he is completely withdrawn and sitting in meditation, all these conditionings are equally illusory. See, friends, it is so simple. And therefore, if this meditation we start living, what will happen? We will not bring yesterday's garbage in the today's life. Drop it and live every day fresh. See? And it is for this purpose we all go to sleep, to drop the total past. And when we begin, again we are fresh. And with this attitude, when we start living, then we will come to know that the load of the past is the ego that we are carrying on our head. Once I gave you example, if you remember, it is like a garland. Garland is praise. Oh, beautiful garland. Swamiji, I made it with my own hand. Oh, even then it is so good. See? So, a beautiful garland. And then this happened somewhere in south. Then I went to their house and then she was putting the garland and in that the thread broke. So when the thread broke, the flowers started falling one down, one by one. I said, Mama, where is your garland? Where it has gone? So it broke. I said, no, it did not break. Then garland is an illusion. See? Compare every flower with every waker that we have been holding throughout our life. For our calculation, 1 year is equal to 1 waker. Actually, every time we wake is a 1 waker, but for our calculation. So, 1 waker is equal to 1 day of our life, or 1 year, let us take, still simpler. 1 year, 1 waker. Suppose I am 3 years old. So, how many wakers? 3. A small garland for Ganesh ji. Then, suppose I am 15 years old. 15 wakers, a big garland for Hanumanji. Then I am 75 years old, a huge garland for Tirupati Balaji. See? So, more the number of years, longer is the garland. And each garland has got many flowers. And flowers are called in Hindi as fools. See? So more the flowers, stronger the ego, and more miserable is the life. And lesser the number of flowers, smaller the garland. And if there is but one flower, no garland. When we live in utter today, there is no ego. See? This presence, which remains uncontaminated by the load of the past, is living in meditation. See, friends, there is no struggle anywhere. Thereafter, what will happen? Do we write an autobiography of a dreamer? We don't write. But we do write autobiography of a Dumbo. I was born for none of my mistake. Autobiography begins. Because we are not born from our mistake. And then we started growing vertically up to a particular limit. The ceiling came. Then we did not give up. We started growing horizontally. See? And then the age factor, and then died. This is the story of the body and this garland. See, friends, one day, one journalist, she was taking my interview in Dehradun. So she got frustrated. She said, Swami, you have frustrated me. I said, that is my profession. What can I do? Then, okay, last question, because you have not answered one single question. At least one question you answer, please, properly. I said, all right. How do you want to leave your footprints in this world when you go? Last question. I said, before I die, you are going to die. See? No, you are getting offended, I know. This is the way. Your question demands this kind of reply. I am not going to die, you are going to die. First. So there is no question of leaving footprints behind. They are always with me. First. Second thing, footprints are possible when you walk in the mud. I don't walk in the mud. So there won't be footprints. Third thing, then how do I go? I go in the space. When the bird flies, it does not leave footprints. We are all trying to create history. Don't create history, remain in the present. Remaining in the present all the time is living in meditation all the time. And for that, what is required is consciously forget your past, consciously. And to do that, don't refer it to anybody, don't ask anything from anybody. And if you are in a group of 3-4 people and you feel that there is bound to be some now, discussion attack, that time start chanting something, some filmy song, doesn't matter. Or some, if you are a Babaji and if people are watching you, then immediately start Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. And when these, people go away and you are all by yourself, and then start your Hindi filmy songs and enjoy. See? You have to do the drama. Ultimately, what is the bottom line? Bottom line is that you enjoy every moment of your being. That is all. And the more we understand this, it will start happening. The problem is we are unable to accept it in letter and spirit. That is the problem. Because we have got an old habit of doing something. Let us do meditation. बच्चों meditation करेंगे. Meditation for children. See, childish meditation. Don't get lost in that. So first we get out of the body identification. Net result will be all other I's are born out of this basic error. See. In our Panchadashi, there are 3 types of eyes explained. One eye is called as the Mithyatma, the illusory eye. And the illusory eye is when identified with the gross body, I become man and woman. When identified with the Pranamaya Kosha, I become hungry and thirsty. When identified with the Manomaya Kosha, I become happy and miserable. Identified with the Vijnanamaya Kosha, I become successful and a failure. Identified with the Anandamaya Kosha, I become enjoyer. Thus, how many eyes? And after I am identified with the body, then other secondary I's are born. So I as a body, I as a hungry, I as a happy, miserable, I as a successful failure, I as an enjoyer, these are mithyatma, they are not real I. See, when we sleep, where Mr. Gadbadananda goes? Where does he go? See? After that is over, then when we are identified with the body, a secondary shoots of I's are born. So with reference to body only, I am mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, blah, 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 blah. And when we sleep, all these secondary I's are dissolved. Where they do go? See, friends. So there are these two I's, one mithyatma, second is gaunatma, secondary atma. And the third one is mukhyatma, which supports all these conditionings but remains uncorrupted by anything. That is our essential nature. Therefore, do not give any value to this principle of jiva. Last life, this life, no life. See? And this is that called as parichedavad, like the pot breaks, the pot space merges with the total space. And for the wise man, whether the pot breaks or not, it makes no difference. He is always in tune with the divine. Now the second technique that is told is the pratibimbavad. Pratibimbavad means what? The principle of reflection. Now the example given is the sun and the reflection of the sun in a bucket of water. Sun gives us light, and the reflection of the sun disk in the water also gives us light. Both the lights. The sunlight is hot. The reflected light is not hot. The sunlight is independent of the container and the contents. But the reflected light demands a particular